we go. That's really gay. That StreamYard countdown intro thing that they have or whatever, the music that they have. They changed it, you know. Hey folks, MCU's Bleeding Edge. Monday. Geez, I don't even know what the date is today. Monday, June 23rd.
Yeah.
Yes, 2025. Jeff S., a.k.a. TrueKnowledge, co-host of the MCU's Bleeding Edge, with special guest co-host Andre's the Pop Culture Guy. Dodge is barking in the background. Here to talk about Dead City Episode 8, the finale of Season 2. Dodge, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Anyways, Andres, I'm sorry about that, folks. I apologize. Apologize for the, the canine, irritation there. But so unfortunately, that kind of stuff happens sometimes. But Andres, it's good to be back with you again, brother. They released a little tiny teaser for Dale Dixon Season 3 today.
Yes. Yep.
But it's very short. It's only like 36 seconds long. So, I mean, I didn't even think it was worth getting, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so short, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't really show anything.
Yeah, the only thing that was kind of new was like a new character that they're going to interact maybe the whole season. We'll see. But yeah, very short. I think it's the same one I saw from a couple weeks ago from one of the episodes. But anyway, yeah, good to be back. I wasn't here Friday. I hope you guys had a great Endor discussion. I was seeing another zombie franchise, aka 28 Days Later franchise. The new movie 28 Years Later was amazing. You can check all my reviews on my Instagram. I already did a review, and short review. But yeah, I'm very excited to be back again for Dead City. Finally wrap up this crappy. I mean, like season 2. I mean, I would say it was definitely better than season 1, but it took a while for the show to be good. Like, I'm kind of shocked that last week they got good, and I gotta say, just wrapping up my thoughts, I thought this episode was actually decent. I thought it was a decent finale, not the special. We'll discuss how silly it was, and I think there's some potential for a third season that could be good. So that's all I have to say. I'm very excited to hear your thoughts and discuss this show in and out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for an article or something to do the recap with. I'm not sure if I want to do an article. I'm trying to decide mentally if I want to do an article or if I don't, or if I just want to loosely just talk about the episode without really like any kind of outline. You know what I mean? But I honestly didn't really like the finale very much. Personally, I thought it was a major drop off. From episode 7, like major drop off. And it's unfortunate, it's like they still had these storylines that they had to wrap up with these characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like they had to stick with it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense to you?
No. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's my least favorite thing about this episode. It's like they're stuck with these storylines we don't care about. Like, oh my god, it's like the Dama. It's like I thought the Dama could be cool for last week, but no, she's still the same Dama, and like what she wants to do is just like, I don't know. And the New Babylon, I can't believe we're gonna get more New Babylon stuff, and it's like so boring.
When the Dama comes on screen, I just check out.
Yeah.
I'm not even invested in what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm in the same page here. I don't care about what we were doing with the Dama. And same thing with the New Babylon. I check out pretty easy with the Dama, like the New Babylon stuff. It's like, oh come on, not this again. It's like
I don't understand. Like, like Negan is running the Dama's organization now, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and like the Kurak's gone, right? So but like, why do they seem so less organized and like everything that they used to be? Like the organization, like They used to have a lot of soldiers, you know, and like they were like, you know, they had like manned security checkpoints and stuff like that in the city and stuff like that, you know, like that, you know what I mean? They had vehicles, you know, and shit like that, you know. What happened to all that?
I don't know. I mean,
now it's just like Negan and some dudes.
Yeah, some dudes. Yeah, I don't know. Like, did the Korak took some people with him? I don't know. Like, it seemed like I don't know if it was because maybe the Dama had
the Korak didn't take anybody.
No, that's true. You know, he didn't took anything from last episode. So yeah, that's a good question. I just chuck it up that there was just not too many extras.
It's weird, isn't it? Like how that whole Dama outfit just fell off like that. You know what I'm saying? They were pretty strong before.
Yeah, that's true. Well, here's the thing. It's a good point. I think my problem is how much power did the Dama had over New York?
And they had methane and like the power and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Where did all that shit go?
Yeah, I know. Like, there were 2 locations, right? There was one location in the other city from first season where they were making the methane in that like stadium, whatever. And then
I don't understand. Yeah, I just don't understand. I don't get why at least in the finale they didn't like show Negan like going to that fucking lab plant place or whatever. You know, where they you know with the zombies where they like you know where they make the methane. You know what I'm saying or something like that. You know, like show him going there. You know what I mean or whatever. You know, like something. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, technically, they still have the methane, you know?
Sort of, yeah. I mean,
he's talking about it in the end of the finale. He's talking about the methane. He's like, I'm going to get the methane or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
When Maggie asks them what they're going to do.
Yeah, well, there's something.
That's so stupid. She stabs him in the back, right? And leaves the knife in him and shit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, like, leaves him, like, with his nasty fucking gash when they pull the knife out, you know? And then, like, right after stabbing them, she's like, what are we going to do now, Negan? You know? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's like, fight, fight or just leave the city, for God's sake. It's not worth it. Yeah, oh my God. I don't know. Dave, our guest from last week, talked about a potential character dying. It could make sense that I think Negan shouldn't die. I get to see the shows on those 2 characters, but come on, like we need to get rid of like one of these legacy characters from the Dead series to do something new with the show, because this show has been so boring. Maybe taking Negan out could have been interesting. I mean, like he lost. We'll get into it. I'm happy she's gone, but Jenny's dead, and that literally was probably the worst thing for Negan. But the fact that he's still alive is kind of interesting, and like now, I mean, there could be potential of like seeing, Armstrong, Maggie, and Negan working together to defeat the New Babylon. Makes I think interesting storyline, but I don't know. I just feel like Jeffrey D. Morgan is getting older, and like he doesn't seem like excited to play this role again. So I'm very curious what we're gonna do with this character and Maggie. Maggie, like she's just the same place she is from the first season, right? She wants the revenge, like she wants to kill Negan. She wants revenge, and like now she realizes she doesn't want revenge. After Ginny died, I'm like,
I don't know for a fact, but I think they're probably getting paid like pretty well. You know what I'm saying? For Dead City, you know what I mean? And like would like to see it continue to keep going. You know what I mean? Like both of them,
Yeah.
When it boils down to it, you know what I mean? Like I don't really I saw some like reality game show, kind of like shit that Jeffrey D. Morgan is doing, like for NBC or something like that, that he's like a host of or something like that. You know what I mean? It just came out. I saw an advertisement for it on TV. Mm-hmm. So like, I mean, I'm not saying that his career is over or anything. I'm just saying that I don't think there's a lot of demand for either one of them, like in the open market of actors right now for to jump on another television show or whatever. I don't think there's anybody really like looking to like, sign them, either one of them up tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like for something else, Yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah. I mean, not to spoil things like Daryl Dixon, actor, Norman Reedus, great actor. He was in the new John Wick spin-off movie, and like at least he's getting work.
Oh,
so,
he was in Ballerina.
Yeah, he's been alright. He's good. Yeah. I cannot say too much. But
He's always good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's good. I mean, I love him in Blake too. He's great at that. And anyway, I mean, yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah. This is the only work they're getting. I don't see like, yeah, I don't see anything besides some.
I saw a video game advertisement a couple times now that has Daryl in the video game. It also has the Android from the new Predator movie that's coming out.
Yes.
That Ella,
Ella Family,
whatever that girl, Ella Family or whatever, that her Android character or whatever, she's in the same game that I've seen the trailer for the video game.
Yeah, that's Death Standing. It's called. It's I heard good things about the game. So yeah.
It's so weird how they're like just taking like random characters from different television shows and movies and stuff and putting them in video games nowadays,
I mean, The Last of Us is literally a combination of Walking Dead, 28 Days Later, and freaking whatever those spores come from. Oh, God. I mean, it's been like that. I mean, a lot of games are like, I'm trying for like, yeah, like was it Halo is something combined with some other source of material? I don't know. Like, yeah, it's been like that.
I think The Last of Us season 2 was a really big disappointment compared to season 1, but it's still better than Dead City as a show. It looks better. They put so much more attention to detail on like the way that the sets look. And like the backgrounds look and the shots look and stuff like that, like on The Last of Us compared to Dead City, they always make sure to add in like scenes where you see the characters in The Last of Us going out and looking for medicine or looking for food or just checking out abandoned buildings for stuff. You know what I mean? Like, so they run into infected. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that happens a lot. They do a lot of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, and I know we don't like season 2, but like season 2 had that too. Like, I mean, differently. Like, we saw our characters searching at what was that the city we're in? I'm sorry, Seattle? That's what it's called. Like, it was a cool location they did. And I thought Seattle was way more like a character in season 2 of Last of Us than New York City was for Dead City for the first 2 seasons. Like,
oh yeah, most definitely. If you know Seattle, if you're from Seattle or you live in Seattle or something like that, like my brother lives in Seattle, I'm sure you could probably pick right out the places that they show in Seattle in the show. Those probably local spots that people are aware of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. And they did a really good job of making Seattle like this post, like zombie apocalypse, like style in Ansphere in the show. Like it's decay and like you see this all the buildings decay. I think it's pretty widespread at this point that across the board that a lot of people were down on season 2 of The Last of Us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But by the time the show was over, by the time season 2 wrapped up, a lot of people on YouTube, like for instance, what I'm saying, made videos just to criticize the show. You know what I mean? And it was criticized heavily throughout the season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had our problems. Yeah. It wasn't perfect. And look, I mean, if you play the game, part 2, it was going to be difficult anyway for them to even. Bella
Ramsey gets hated on a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
She gets a lot of shit.
Yeah, I like Bailey Ramsey. I
get it a little bit because like I find like her lesbian kissing scenes and stuff like that or whatever like cringy on the show. I do, and I normally like women kissing each other. You know what I'm saying? On screen, like I don't mind it. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen that often, but when it happens, I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? But like for whatever reason with her, I don't like it. It feels forced. I don't like it.
Yeah, and I felt like the drama, like, well, especially her partner, right? When we got because if you play the game, her partner gets pregnant, and it's very different how it plays in the game. But if you find out that your partner is getting pregnant, you should be way more serious and a little more like taking the situation seriously than joking around that you're becoming a father, which was awful line from that episode that we saw in season 2. And I don't know, I just think the show just didn't pull its punches for the character Ellie to be like, a rough character, to just like the character in the game. But yeah, Last of Us season 2. But I mean, at least there were well, when Joe was still in the show, it made the show enjoyable. I mean, this show, The Walking Dead Dead City season 2 was just so boring from the beginning to the end, I have to say. Because at least the last season, season 2 of Last of Us was exciting. We at least got some great action scenes. This season, we didn't have anything cool except for episode 7. That was like the only time we had cool action scenes or like intense, horror.
As much as people hate on Pedro Pascal for being in everything,
yeah.
One of the main reasons I like The Last of Us season 1, I think, is because Pedro's in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, Pedro is the best thing about season 1. He's the heart and soul of that first season.
Yeah, he is.
And
it's a good season. The first season of The Last of Us is a good season. I don't care what anybody else says. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was, I don't remember there being a bunch of hate for season 1 when it came out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't remember there being a bunch of shit talking and hate for the show back then. You know what I mean? It was all praise.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get too much in The Last of Us, but because they were adapting the first game, they were able to like adapt the whole the whole game and then change certain things for the television, and they made it perfect, direct adaptation. But anyway.
I mean, to stick to Dead City, I'll just say that the episode is pretty simple. You wake up with Maggie tied up or whatever. It's kind of dumb, to be honest with you. Like, she's all tied up or whatever, at that high rise or whatever with Dama and fucking her stupid ass son, who I can't stand at this point. You know what I mean? And then it jumps from that to Negan with that dude that's his buddy now or whatever, that joins the New Republic or whatever,
Benjamin.
And Ginny's alive, right, and everything, right? Somehow that machine is supposed to be saving her or some shit that Negan found. Somehow that machine works. I don't know what it's supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? They never explained that. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, do you know what that machine was?
I have no idea what that's supposed to be about. It seems very coincidental that Negan managed to just come across some machine, you know what I'm saying? Randomly, you know what I mean? That he somehow got back to the fucking hideout and it's got some tube coming out of it and going into her mouth. I don't know.
Okay. It's a ventilator. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm checking last episode because they don't have it in this episode. Yeah.
I thought it was kind of stupid. I don't know.
Well, what does a ventilator do to her?
I don't know, man. Who knows?
First off,
obviously it didn't work.
I mean, yeah, it didn't work, but also first they just stitch her, right? First stitch her. I mean, Negan didn't.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you would assume they did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They never showed it, but I would imagine they stitched the wound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna check I'm gonna check Collider recap, see what they were saying, because there's so many stupid things that Negan didn't think about.
It's such a jumbled episode, it shifts back to Maggie, and the Dama starts working her, and there's all this boring dialogue with the Dama just talking like usual, you know what I mean, to Maggie, forever, you know what I mean, about all these reasons why Maggie should kill Negan and all this shit, you know what I mean, and all this crap, and whatever, you know what I'm saying, and they show Bruegel, and he's getting ready to go meet with Negan, with what's his name, Armstrong or whatever, they're gonna go, and Armstrong, I don't even know if I really like him that much at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like he's kind of just there. You know?
Yeah, I knew like there was so much they had to do here. Like, I mean, I like the Bruegel as a new character for this, and I think he had like because he's played by a great actor. I didn't like that they killed him off because he could have been a great side character. Like the issue I have with this, you know,
yeah, I don't know if they should have killed him off either.
Yeah, I just feel like we need like cool and very exciting side characters because the big problem I have with this fucking show, pardon my French, this fucking 2 seasons is not like none of the side characters.
It's the extended cast. It's the extended cast beyond the leads. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so boring or like that's not their fault. It's the writing of their characters that is stupid and not like interesting. Like Ginny is a good example of this. Like, you know, it's not the actress' fault. It's like they made Ginny such a stupid character in these first 2 seasons. Like it was her fault that she got impaled and didn't do anything to like get herself better before she became a walker.
Yeah.
So like that's the stuff that I'm saying that is frustrating about this show. It's like so many stupid mistakes, and same thing with Negan. Like Negan, like I don't know what he was trying to do with the ventilator just now, but like he should have brought in other medicine, like go some other area in New York to find some medicine besides the one that these people told you. It's like this other stores and in New York they have medicine you can maybe find, right? It's like I don't know. It's just like the writing in this season was so bad. It's like so many stupid mistakes and like silly moments that we discussed throughout the season. This like it was so bad. And this episode they were trying to like I don't know why they were trying to wrap up the story. Like it because it's weird.
You can't bring the Dama back for season 3. She's got to go away.
Yeah,
and the son too. Herschel Jr.'s got to go away too.
Oh my god, yeah.
I mean, seriously, they're not helping the show.
No, they're not helping the show. I just, oh my god, when she talked to Maggie about, oh, you're the one, not Negan, I was like, no, don't say that. Why you want to do it again? Like, she's gonna do the same thing as Negan. She's not gonna follow you.
This show needs to be restructured, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like this, if they're gonna continue doing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, which I'm sure they probably will. Overall, you know what I mean? I mean, they've still got Gimple on it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still attached to Dead City. Out of all the Dead City shows to do, you know what I'm saying? Like although Gimple was involved with The Ones Who Live too. What am I forgot? It was him and Rick and Michonne together that produced The Ones Who Live, wasn't it? Gimple.
Gimple, yes. Is he involved in this show? Because it's a different.
Yeah, Gimple is the main producer, I believe.
Okay, yeah. So Gimple did create the show with the 2 stars for The Ones Who Live, but he didn't create the show Dead City. He's just you were saying a producer.
Oh, he's just a producer. Okay.
Yeah, is
he on the Daryl show too?
Let me check.
I think he is.
No, it's a different person that created, but I think he's a producer. Yeah, he's a producer there with Kirkman and the other producers. But yeah, like. I don't know. I feel like this showrunner that's running the show is pretty bad. I just don't think he has done anything so interesting, and like none of the storylines that we have been following the last 2 seasons is really exciting. And
no, I mean, I think if you brought this TV show back to 2010 and released it then, it wouldn't have done well then either. You know what I'm saying? Like people would not have liked it that much. It wouldn't have had like a great audience or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen the audience numbers for Dead City. I have, and they're not that good. They're what you would expect. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I can't recite the numbers off the top of my head from reading the articles. You know what I mean? Like I have to pull it back up. But I looked at the ratings, and they're up there. You can find them very easily online, and it's doing about what you would expect it to do, okay. as far as its cable numbers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Yeah, I mean, the audience is very low. I'm just going for a general thing. Like IMDb has like a 7.1 out of 10. I'll give it 6. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10, really, for this show. Yeah, and I see one from Reddit say the viewership dropped to like a new low, like 2.78K viewers, something like that. I don't know. Like, yeah,
it's a lot to sift through and read. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah,
numbers, you can't just like it's it's a lot. Because the numbers are so complicated nowadays with streaming services and stuff like that.
yeah. Well,
It's not as simple as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Where you
no,
can just look at a chart, of the TV shows for that year, and it would show the rating. You know what I mean?
yeah. I don't know how it's doing because I don't want to get into technical things, but like like now it's not about the ratings. It's like either it does well when it drops in the streaming service, AMC Plus, like we have to.
That's ratings. Ratings are still used for streaming services. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want to call it viewership. That's what we're discussing, but very totally different thing from like cable and like all that from back in the day, starting when Netflix became a thing. Now everything's either the ratings are now viewed.
It's complicated when you look at the numbers nowadays, but you could it's understandable when you look at an article and it explains, like the ratings of like Disney Plus and stuff like that. It's understandable, you know what I mean?
Yeah, watch time. That's what they call it. For the Nielsen charts, they call it. So the Nielsen charts tells you the ratings, but they tell you like how much like watch time that the people watch the show. Like the Star Wars show, the most popular like number one is still Menlo show in terms of ratings and watch time. Second, I saw thankfully is Endor because the second season did better than what first season did. And then third was Boba Fett because remember Boba Fett is iconic character.
Oh so, the Boba Fett show was popular.
Yeah, and then the next was Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan is a well-known character, and then that was when the season started to drop. Like I think Ahsoka was after that, and then Acolyte, and then Skeleton Crew was like 0%. Like it didn't do well last year.
Oh yeah. Anything that would have came out after the Acolyte would have really not done well.
No. So yeah, that's what
anything Star Wars after the Acolyte was going to get smoked. Well, you know what I'm saying when it comes to audience.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know how well the show is doing.
I mean, I'm never going to watch that skeleton show. I'm never going to watch it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I got so many
skeleton crew, whatever. I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I mean, we're mainly adults. I'm fine watching kids stuff, but like I don't know. I'm adult now. I watch a lot of adult.
Supposedly, they're still going to make some other Star Wars shows and stuff like that. In the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? From what I hear, there's rumors that they're going to do other stuff. Are they going to do? Don't they have a project that they're going to do with what's his name? That one actor.
I know you're talking about. I know. So
the guy from Blade Runner 2049.
Ryan Gosling, yes, his movie. They're doing casting now, so that's moving forward. It seems like. So
is that a TV show or a movie?
Oh, that's a movie. It's called Star Wars. Let me pull out the name because it's so the director that did Deadpool Wolverine is going to direct it. This movie, I don't think it has a release date yet, so it's in development. So right now they're doing the casting for like this movie. Let me just give me a minute.
Have you ever watched those fan made trailers that they make for like every movie, every potential sequel out there on YouTube? They always have those trailers that they make that aren't real.
Yes,
they just put random actors in them and stuff like that. And they make, but a lot of people watch them. They're popular.
Yeah. I see them. I remember one time I thought they were.
They put that one actor from Dune. What's his name? They put him in everything.
What, Timothée Chalamet?
Yeah, Timothée Chalamet. They put him in everything. He's in every role.
Okay, so this is called Star Wars Starfighter. That's the one with Ryan Gosling. It's coming out after the Mendo and Google film. for 2026. So this movie is actually has a release date, May 28th, 2027. So we got 2 years for that movie to come out.
It's a long time from now.
Yeah, so so that one is a movie that is moving forward. They're just casting right now. There recently I don't know if you know the actress Mia Goth, the actress that's in the X trilogy. She joined the cast. That was the new thing that came out. So yeah, that movie is moving on. But yeah, that's right now going on for Star Wars and TV shows.
I'm surprised that they're not going to try to get Tony Gilroy to like produce to do a film or something like that. You know, coming off of Andor season 2. You know what I mean?
I know. I really want that.
And Rogue One. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, Rogue One. I mean, if you think about it, that movie is way better now because of the show, and it's literally the best thing about the Disney era. Like I like. So.
Oh yeah, Rogue One is like a really considered like a really like high up there Star Wars film for most Star Wars fans, I think.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully the Andor show, did such a great job of filling up the gap and like telling us who.
Oh, you missed out on episode 9, man. That was a great episode.
Sorry, I'm gonna watch it this week and then get to the episode I'm gonna be in Friday. Episode 10.
Episode 9 was great.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I 28 years.
It was Mon Mothma's episode.
Oh,
it was like her MVP episode.
Yeah, I kind of knew that. One of the guests 2 weeks ago when I was in episode 7, right? Episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He said that, or no. We're talking about 8. I was in episode 8. He brought up the thumbnails in Disney Plus. Like you could tell that was a Moth episode. But anyway, TV shows. I know Ahsoka. Ahsoka season 2 is happening. That's still happening.
Yeah, they're shooting it right now. They're shooting it.
Yeah, we're shooting. We just don't know when it's going to release. Probably, I don't know, 2027 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's the only show I know.
I would think next year.
Yeah, next year maybe. Yeah. I'm just looking at other things. What we have in terms of shows. But yeah, that's like the only show I'm thinking right now.
There's not a lot that going on with Star Wars right now.
Yeah, besides animation, which we don't like discuss, it's like live action has been kind of taking like slow.
Yeah, they're tamping it down. I think Marvel's going to do the same thing.
Of course they are. I mean, Marvel has to do it. I mean, Star Wars I get, but we'll see. But yeah, so again,
I can see it. I mean, as far as Dead City goes, like I was saying about the episode, I kind of already started breaking it down, and kind of in terms of loosely, like, what goes on in episode 8. But it's really kind of the storyline for the episode is really kind of lame, like Rugal shows up for the meeting with Negan, and Negan pulls the table out and there's walkers underneath it. You know what I'm saying? And they go after Brugal and his men. They fight the walkers, and then and then Negan's guys have flamethrowers and they're shooting flames at Brugal's guys and shit. You know what I'm saying? So there's like some shitty action scenes, Walker shooting, killing scenes with Armstrong and Brugal and whatever, and then Negan kills some walkers and. Maggie decides, okay, I'm gonna go kill Negan now, because she talks to her son, what I'm saying, about it, and he says you should go do it, so she does. She goes to kill Negan, and Negan kills Brugal, what I'm saying, it was like kind of in a stupid way too, like sticking the methane hose in his mouth,
Yeah. Well, I have a question. It's a gas, right? Like it's a gas, but how powerful was that gas from that thing to kill him that like horribly? I mean, he did.
Well, it's like a flammable gas, so like he lit it on fire and it burned him inside out.
Yeah. I mean, it was a cool death. I gotta say, it was a cool death. But
oh yeah, it looked pretty cool.
Yeah. I like it, but again, I said before, I didn't like that we killed the Brugal. It's like, come on, like he was the best thing about this season. But I don't know. We'll see.
Well, and then like all of a sudden Maggie shows up, and stabs Negan, and then he crawls to Ginny's fucking room, Ginny's cell, and Ginny's a zombie, and again it was like the Dama talking shit they made that last for like 10 minutes. It felt like, you know what I'm saying? With Negan crying and whimpering and everything, Ginny, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? And them showing Ginny is a zombie, you know, and Maggie can't kill her, so Negan somehow like pulls up and kills her, you know. And then they like, you know, they go and walk off together, like Maggie, Armstrong, and Negan go together. They leave, you know. I guess all of Negan's men died fighting Bruegel's guys or whatever, the Walkers. I don't know. They all died, I guess.
I guess so, man. I never seen
that
like,
one guy had a crazy weapon. One of Negan's soldiers, he had that fucking one weapon, that one tool with the 3 spikes on the top of it, like the club, you know.
I know. Oh my god,
that's a barbaric fucking weapon, bro.
I mean, they're using, swords. I mean, these crazy knights, sword things. Yeah,
I don't know what happened to all their guns, man. They had guns before.
That is true. I mean, I mean, look, we're in a zombie apocalypse. Supplies are limited, right? And like, I can disbelieve
there'd be a lot of shit in New York City.
Yeah, exactly. But
there'd be a lot of shit. There'd be a lot of ammunition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there'd be a lot of food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like medicine. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
yeah,
there'd be a lot of it. Because dude, there's what? There's like 50, 60 fucking million people that live in New York City.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, like, freaking.
It's the biggest, highest populated city in the United States of America. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like there'd be a lot of shit left over, for, like, you know what I'm saying, for you to forage and find.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just weird. I didn't think about that. I didn't like thought about the soldiers with their weapons. It was just a thing where, like, I mean, it's because they were in the party or like in the church, so they were trying to do, like, they were tricking the army that it was like just a general meeting.
It looked like they had some guns when they showed their weapon rack or that they went to or whatever. It looked like they had some guns there.
Yeah, there were a couple that had like guns. I mean, same thing with the Briegel. Like, the Briegel's army had like guns too, so it was weird. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it did just say that, look, they say they cannot bring guns and that they will not bring their guns. Then it made sense.
Oh, okay.
Like it's that weird thing. Like, oh, look, we want a meeting. If we to like do the truce, here, we're not gonna have our weapons. You can bring your swords, but not guns. You know, like that was what. So like Negan was tricking them so that they were like more defensive. You know, like defensive. So that's why they had the flamethrower. You know, like
I see.
Yeah, but they didn't like communicate that well. So like it was weird at first, but then you think about it. That's just a way to like trick your enemy into a trap. It's like, look,
I had no idea.
Yeah, because think about a trap. Like, if you want to have a meeting and tell, you know, like, this is a meeting, it's not trick.
Oh yeah, I wasn't surprised that Negan tricked them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, you know, like that didn't shock me. You know, I mean, it was obvious there was going to be conflict. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So, but then see, and that's the problem with the show is the show, like, isn't communicating like these like scenes that like at first is like so stupid and strange, but like it makes sense in the story. It's just they don't take their time to tell the story right. It's like, you know,
I skipped over that one part where the one guy, Negan's buddy, got caught by New Babylon and said, "I'm New Babylon," or whatever. You know, the one bitch got shot. You know what I'm saying? She called him a pussy. She's like, "You're just a pussy," or whatever. You know?
Yeah, it's like, you're just here because you're not in the battle. I was like, yes,
yeah,
of course. I mean,
exactly.
You know, I love that girl, and I was so sad she died. I was like, come on, like, oh my God.
I was surprised that guy like was okay with that dude saying he was from New Babylon. Like, why would he be from New Babylon and be on that roof? You know?
I know. And he was not wearing any like New Babylon like
no.
You know, like wardrobe, but like how you know if he's telling the truth? So it was just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Like, I'm surprised because Dave.
Are they even gonna like pay that off? You think again, like later on, or is that it? Like, is that just the end of the?
I don't. I mean, we're gonna probably have a new leader that's running New Babylon.
I mean, New Babylon shows up like during the
Yeah.
meeting or whatever, you know, like they attacked New York City, the island, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like with soldiers and shit, you know, then they don't really show any more of that, you know, or I guess they're like there. You hear them in the streets there at the end, you know,
Yeah.
like.
Exactly. Speaking of that, like, I mean, we don't like the new Babylon. Like, why?
No.
Like, I don't like the new Babylon, and it's a very stupid storyline. But like, why did they brought the first team? And it's like you had an army. Like, I didn't understand. Like, this whole stupid plan about them going to New York and trying to steal the methane. Like, was there a part where they were sending the first strike team to like what was it, like watch out?
Well, yeah, I mean that's how Armstrong and Maggie got there. Remember, on the boat.
Yeah, the boat, right? And
that's how Ginny got there. You know, that's how.
No. Yeah, I know that. My question is, was them like the first team before the second team that we see in this episode? Was this first team was supposed to be the ones that take over New York City, and that the second team is the one that they actually successfully did? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, did they get the methane already? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they didn't show that.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, we only saw Benjamin in the methane church thing that we saw. So I don't know. Like,
yeah, we don't know. Like, you know, that they successfully, like, you know, took over Negan's whole organization already. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know that yet. You know?
Yeah,
I would imagine that that Negan still has soldiers and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know?
Yeah, I guess so. That's another problem. It's like there's too many groups that I had to remember now. It's like you got the triad that I like, and then you got the Dama now, and then now you got this new Babylon.
The methane operation would have its own security and its own people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, right? You know, like that would just be there at where the methane is. You know what I mean? And would live there. You know?
Yeah. When we saw the new Babylon arriving towards the end of the episode, I was like, oh god, not again. This is pretty bad. And then we're like next season, like we're probably gonna get a new leader that's like running this new like Babylon, because we lost the leader from the like literally episode 2, right? And then we got the other chick, but she died, you know, and the stupid garden thing, because of the people, you know, shouting and getting the walkers to come out from the fence was stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, that was really stupid.
Yeah, it was very stupid. So I'm just like, what we're gonna do with this new Babylon thing? None of it is interesting. It's so boring.
Maggie went back and told the Dama to go fuck herself or whatever, you know, and Herschel Jr. disowned her. You know?
Yeah. Like, that's another thing. I hate that. Like,
Maggie's like, I'm not leaving New York City. Don't worry.
Yeah, like, why? Kill the Dama. Get your boy back. He's been psychologically brainwashed. Like, what are you doing? You cannot let your kid to be with.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know what they're doing.
Like, let me ask you something. If I was your son, right, and if I was brainwashed by a cult leader, right, and you think you will allow me to be in this person's hands? No, you will probably kill that person.
He seems perfectly safe there. You know.
I mean, I guess. I mean, yeah. And that's the thing you were saying for the like Herschel is getting annoying. Like I'm just getting annoyed. This like, you know, Herschel Jr. like I just don't know.
That's why I'm okay with like the Maggie scene and all that. Like, I'm fine with it as long as that means that they're gone. You know.
I guess.
You know what I mean? Or we don't have to have a lot of screen time for the Dama anymore, or for Herschel. You know. Then I'm good with that.
I guess so. Well,
I don't like the Dama that much. I don't really like Herschel Jr.
Yeah, they're the least.
Nothing against those actors, but like I just don't like those characters.
No, I don't like these characters either. I don't like the Dama at all. They could have done something with her character when they brought her back last week, but this episode they completely dropped the ball and made it really bad because she was doing the same thing she was doing, and she was just boring again. Yeah, you know? Exactly. like you, me, and Dave, and Bridget were talking, like, we thought maybe she was a walker or something like that. I don't know. Like, there were so many opportunities
Yeah,
they could go.
and she looked like a walker at first in episode 7.
Yeah, she looked creepy. I mean, but they didn't. It just like, I don't know. Like, she's not a great, like, she's the least like scary villain we had in this series. Like, we haven't seen the other seasons, so I don't know what the last season did. But like, she's like the least interesting I've seen so far in my watch of this dead city. This dead.
Oh, I'd have to imagine that, like, the Whisperers, Alpha and Omega or whatever, like
Yeah.
those leaders, with that one actress there that played played the leader,
Yeah.
the one from Minority Report.
Oh yeah, that was good too. Yeah.
I saw some of those episodes of The Walking Dead during that arc, and they seemed pretty good as villains.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they were good villains. The governor was great villain. I mean, the Terminus was great villains. I mean, Negan was a good villain when he arrived. I mean,
the show really fell off when they switched over to the Saviors, storyline, and all that shit. That's when the show fell off. Like, I've looked at the ratings for The Walking Dead, and like the ratings dropped, like really dropped hardcore during that arc.
It was pretty bad. It was like,
the show was still really popular by like season 5, season 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it was still,
yeah,
it was still increasing in numbers every year. Like finales and like opening episodes and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was still good during that time. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just hope maybe the drama will die next season, hopefully. But the thing is, they've been quiet with the 3rd season. Like, they haven't like say that they renewed this show for a 3rd season. So, I mean,
maybe they won't do it. Who knows?
Yeah, I can possibly see that because, I mean, we did discuss before, the ratings are not good. I mean, the word of mouth. I mean, that's the thing. The word of mouth of the show is pretty bad. Like, nothing positive about the show. It's just
yeah. When you read the articles online and everything, they're not positive.
Yeah, I mean, look at the every time I did a recap for Collider, they're like they literally had 3 like negative things and only 2 or 1 positive thing. So it just shows you how bad the show is. Where like like the Richard show, like, yeah, it has those ups and downs, but at least it was still good, consistent.
The whole Walking Dead thing is only going to go for so far. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Daryl Dixon is a good show. Like, it's a different show than Dead City. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, see,
I think they know that.
Yeah. Well, because Daryl Dixon like shake it up. They shake up the like the formula of that the Witcher Walking Dead. Like, they got really cool walking. Sorry, not walking. Like, walkers. We got cool walkers. They're invented with their kills. And we got good side characters, I mean, literally for the first 2 seasons, we got good side characters. Carol's in the show now, which is good. Like, I mean, come on, that show has everything, and this show has literally nothing, just like, oh my god, so annoying.
Well, it has Maggie and Negan, for what it is, for what it's worth,
I like Maggie. She's, I mean, she's not my top tier favorite character, but like Michonne, Rick, or Daryl, like, she's not up there, but like, I like her and she has potential. And Negan, I mean, I like Negan. I haven't seen his seasons, but like, I mean, you got Jeffrey D. Morgan, who's great. I just don't like.
I never watched those seasons either, so I have no idea. I don't know anything about Negan. I don't know anything about Negan in The Walking Dead. All I know is a little bit of him that I saw in the later on seasons when I came back and started watching the show again.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I heard that he's great and he's good in the role.
Supposedly he was really solid.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, you have potential with this character that's been like the best villain. I mean, he's the only villain that survived. If you think about it, like, a lot of the villains die in the Walking Dead series. Like, the governor died. The Whispers died, obviously, right? The Terminus, it died, I don't know. you got Negan, you got a lot of things to do. I don't know, like I just think this pairing just didn't make a lot of sense. Like the ones who live
Well,
or never fixes
in the original Walking Dead show, they would have victories. Like the group
Yeah.
would win sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like like sometimes things would be okay for a while. Like that never happens in Dead City. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, and that's the thing, right? Like I don't know who won in this situation.
No one ever wins. It seems like in Dead City.
No, like Maggie didn't won, like Negan didn't won.
No, Negan didn't win.
Yeah,
he got stabbed.
So, yeah, he got stabbed and he lost Ginny. It's like okay, whatever. But it's just weird. Like it's not like I'm fine with no one winning. Like Empire Strikes Back is a good sample. No one wins in Empire Strikes Back, but like you understand why they didn't win is because the villains won. Here is like because I don't know who's the villain because you think that Dama is the villain, but like she wasn't the one that like caused this problem, and she didn't win either. Like she lost too. Like she lost Maggie, so like she didn't win anything. So it's just weird.
No, that was her last power play. Was using Maggie. You know what I mean? Now she doesn't have any power.
She has Herschel. That's it. Yeah, it's just
So I mean, they're kind of fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like the only people that won, I guess, is New Babylon. But like we haven't had them in this. I mean, we didn't have them this whole season, so it's weird.
Well, I mean, they're still around, I guess. I mean, it's still they're still a part of the show if the show exists.
Yeah. Well, I
mean, they ended the episode with Armstrong with Negan and Maggie.
Yeah, I like Armstrong. He's a good side character. I never had a problem with him. He's always a good character. I'm happy he's with Negan and Maggie. I think there's potential with those three together, which is good. I'm happy about that. I don't want him to be back into Babylon.
I like putting Negan and Maggie back together. They should have done that a long time ago.
That's true. I gotta say, the more I think first season was really good up to episode 4, because those first 3 episodes, first 4 episodes were really good because Maggie and Negan were together. They were great. But when we got to episode 5 and 6, that was when the show really turned bad, when they were introducing to like the Dama, and like that was really where the show went downhill for me, because I care more about the team up between Negan and Maggie when they were trying to search initially Herschel as the plot device, and I felt the Korak was a better villain than the Dama. Like I
feel you.
Like I feel like this season having Negan and Maggie separated was the worst thing about this season. It's like I like these characters.
I mean, it was an interesting direction. I mean, we saw that it worked. They could do it well in episode 7.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, I mean, because the stakes were real, right? Like, and they were trying. Like, it was it felt like the Walking Dead show again. Like they were searching for like medicine, and like you were saying for it, Jeff, and where like the other episodes were just like going to another community, going to this one location. It's like we didn't see like these bad like fraction of New York, the groups, or these crazy people that are literally in the show.
No, when they show these groups like in New York, they're not even like, it's not even good. They don't even look cool. They're like broken down, like half outside shacks.
Yeah, and they were living in Central Park, and like they have this weird like religion
cult shit or whatever.
Well, yeah, like I mean, you can make cult like cool and like
that one girl that they took her heart out or whatever.
Or I mean, I don't want to go back to this, but like, or like literally half her clan like shouting like ah, and like literally sending the walkers to their doom is like, what the hell? I was like,
yeah, that was far out.
Oh my god, that was far out. Yeah, the girl that got her heart taken out was so stupid. I'm like, what the hell?
She was still alive. She was like, okay.
Yeah, she was still alive. Like how the hell do you allow her to die, and then you took 3 episodes for Ginny to die? That doesn't make sense. Like, that's so stupid.
Didn't she come back as a walker later on in the episode or something like that too?
Yes. It was like towards the end of the episode, like when they took out her heart and like they laid her her body in the grounds and outside, and then she kind of reanimates into a walker, and then she like walked away with the other walkers. It was like so.
All right, let's do a final rating for episode 8 of Dead City. I'll give it a 5.
I'll give it a 4 out of 10.
All right, 4 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't.
Are you ready to watch Ironheart, sir?
Nah.
No.
when you sent me the text in Facebook, I was like, "Oh God, this Wednesday's Ironheart."
3 episodes of Ironheart. Yep.
Oh my God. Okay, at least I'm happy we're doing 3 episodes. Like, get it over with.
That's what I figured. We'll get it over with. You know.
Yeah. Oh, before we leave,
that means we only got to do 3 more after that.
Yeah, that's true. Can I read the pros and cons from the recap?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
So, I agree with the pros here. Seeing the glimpses of the old villainous Negan was terrifying. I agree. I actually like when he became more like Negan from the original show as a bad guy. I kind of like that scene. I think the trap was interesting. I mean, he did a cool thing. Brutal's death was brutal and disgusting. I agree. His death was cool. I said before. Now the negatives. Dahmer is such a weak and boring villain. Correct. I agree. Having Herschel leaving Maggie for the Dahmer is an absurd way to get to a 3rd season. Yes. I don't know why they did that. That doesn't make sense. And then this one is kind of, I agree, it's so stupid. It's like Maggie's constant hatred and forgiveness of Negan has gotten very old. I agree. Next season, please just make her be more nice to Negan. Like,
well, they're together now, you know, so apparently they're okay.
I mean, I guess so, but I don't want that same thing again next season because it was just like it got so old this season. Like her forgiving Negan and then getting back to the hate train is like. I
think they were trying to project that they're okay now. You know, at the end.
So.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. I thought first season did that well, right? Like first season.
I mean, Maggie literally says to Negan, "What are we doing now?" You know what I'm saying? Like, where are we going to go? You know, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is kind of weird because he just got stabbed and shit, so I don't think he can really go anywhere. You know.
Yeah, or you know, if we are gonna get a 3rd season, I'll bet you money that the premiere episode he's fine. They like patch him up and like he's walking.
Oh, there'll be a time jump probably.
Yeah, time jump,
like
right? Yeah, I mean, just like a couple weeks or something like that. I don't know how many time jump, but like, yeah.
It'll probably be the 3 of them still on the run or something like that. You know.
Yeah. I mean, that could be good. That could be good. 3rd season, them running away.
You never know.
I don't know. But yeah, so you know, just answer your question. Not excited for Ironheart. Very excited about the other things we're doing. You know, like Alien Earth and It. Welcome to Derry. Daryl Dixon season 3. Thank goodness we have that this year. I'm like kind of glad we're getting another season of that because I need to like wash out my mouth from the show. It's like so bad.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing Daryl Dixon season 3. It should be fun.
Yeah, and
hopefully we'll have all our guests back from Dead City. Will come back and do Daryl Dixon. I think probably, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I think that'll be exciting, and
we have a lot of new guests coming on for Ironheart. So at least there's that. At least there's that. There is that good part of it, you know. There's the guests, you know.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, this show is 6 episodes, so that's not that bad. So it's painless.
No, we already have guests for all the episodes already, so
that's good. So I'm kind of glad it's only 6 episodes, so that's gonna be good. It's the last television. Yeah, so it's gonna be the last television show for Phase 5, for now. So
after Andor, we're gonna start doing movie reviews again.
Yes, I'm like so happy.
I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun.
Yeah.
I gotta show you our movie schedule. Our picks this time. You gotta make your pick.
Oh, awesome! That's good. Awesome. Yeah.
All right, sir. Well, listen, folks. We're closing the chapter. We're closing the book on Dead City season 2. We are done. We're not going to be discussing it again. So we will see you later, and we'll catch you on Ironheart episodes 1 through 3 on Wednesday evening. Peace.